Hi, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the 1st of September to the 15th of September. We're doing your 12 card spread representing the 12 houses of the astrological wheel. So let's just get right into it, Aries. Let's see what's happening in your first house.
Yes, exciting.
Okay, we don't do reversals here.
No, we
We
don't.
have the Magician.
That's amazing. What a wonderful card to have first up.
Absolutely. Beautiful. So the
Cool.
Magician, Aries, in your first house. So your first house is your sense of self. And interestingly, Aries, this is your home, the first house. So Aries rules the first house, your sense of self, your identity, your like spark, and you have the Magician. So Aries, at the moment, you are manifesting all you could wish for. So manifestation is coming through very, very strongly. So perhaps just be careful what you think about Aries, because this manifestation in your first house and your natal home would suggest that your powers of manifestation are really heightened at this time.
Mm.
Beautiful. And what have we got for the clarifier, Em?
We actually have here the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords represents that clarity. She's got her head above the clouds and she's got her hand out offering connection. And at the same time, in her other hand, she has that sword ready to go. So it's kind of representing caution. So I wonder if this clarifier is kind of keeping you in check, Aries, around balancing that wonderful, powerful manifestation that you have with a bit of wisdom that you've garnered through your experiences in this life. Is there anything more for you to add there, Fran?
No, that sounds fantastic. It looks to me like you're very clear. What I get is yeah, very clear seeing intention around what you're manifesting.
Mm.
But for some people who perhaps, just on the tail end of coming out of something negative, just do a really hard reset. So I think that's the caution to which M is speaking to.
Mm.
Yeah, beautiful. What a positive start,
It's great.
Aries. And this flavors your whole reading. So in your second house, Aries, your second house of what you're resourced with, your second house of how you create your abundance, how you create your wealth, how you create your security. You have, wow, oh my
Oh,
God, Aries, you've got the Emperor. So the Emperor is stability. The Emperor, as you can see from that card, is very solid. So it would suggest, Aries, that what you're bringing through is something very grounded. You're bringing through something that maybe represents a more kind of established value. So not wealth in terms of abundance around, maybe creativity. This is traditionally what wealth represents. So I would say money. You are due for maybe a promotion, a pay rise. Yeah, show me the money, Aries. That's what I'm getting. What have we got for our clarifier there, Em?
yes. So we actually have the Seven of Swords. That's seven, eight, sorry, Eight of Swords. That's representing that it's what is it called? Like self
Post
limitation.
restriction.
Yes,
Yeah.
self-imposed restriction. Thank you, Fran. And it can just be reminding you to watch out for where that's happening and how to free that inner wildness that wants to come through. The red of the robe represents that fiery passion that you have, Aries. And in the second house, this may be representative of, is there an emperor-like authority figure that can be feeling a bit restrictive in your life? Is there someone that you need to let go of or do some work around, some inner work so that you can release yourself of that bondage that may be coming up? Or it could be, is that something restricting you completely separate to what's coming up at work? Yeah, that's all I've got on that clarifier.
I love that, Em. Shake off the shackles, Aries. So in your third house of communication, you have, do not be alarmed, you have the Ten of Swords.
I love this
So
card.
yeah, we're a fan of this card, Aries. So don't be frightened by this horrifying image. So what this suggests in your house of communication, Aries, is that you are now freed up in your communication. So this cycle has come to an end. So 10 represents the end of a cycle and beginning of something new. So whatever was causing you pain, perhaps something's happened in your life where your communication has been stifled because an event like this has happened, somebody stabbing you in the back, a sense of betrayal. I'm now sensing that you're free from this, and your communication, third house communication, is freeing up as a result. And this really strongly indicates that this is where your abundance is coming through via your communication, whether it's speaking up and getting the notice that you deserve, or maybe a special gift in communicating concepts, in writing. Yeah, but freeing up around communication, Aries, really nice. What have you got, Em, for our clarifier?
Yeah, I'm bringing up the clarifier, and something that's coming to me as well is that perhaps you've just been through a bit of a battle in terms of communication or your ideas, and that that card of swords represents a blessing in disguise. So something is coming through out of that difficult period. And we have the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles is about being mindful of what energy you're giving out and what energy you're receiving back. We've got the scales that's kind of connecting you to Libran energy. And it's also about wealth and resources. So in this position in the third house, that's where you're communicating and when your ideas are coming from. I wonder how that's interacting with that blessing in disguise. Maybe some abundance is going to come your way too.
Lovely. Thanks, Em. So yeah, balance around your communication, Aries. So maybe not being too much of a hothead in a situation that requires cool communication too, is just what popped into my head. So in the fourth house of home, family, you have, Aries, beautiful. You have the Six of Wands. This is a card of success, achievement, acknowledgement, and it's really suggesting, Aries, that you're getting noticed for the work that you're doing. A special skill is being recognized. And Aries, you're starting to see finally the fruits of your labor. So acknowledgement, enjoy it, Aries. A lot of acknowledgement coming in for you, a lot of success. What have you got for our clarifier there, Em?
Oh, we've got the Devil card. So I wonder how this is playing out. This is being in your fourth house as well, all that success and recognition. And the devil is kind of that shadow that follows wherever we go. And it's about not forgetting where you've come from, all the hard work you've gone through to get to this point now, and how that shadow side actually contributes to your wisdom and your experience. So not forgetting that balance again. And is there anything coming out of the home realm or what's familiar that contributes to this energy? It could be in relation to addiction or feeling kind of like victim mentality, but it's about coming through and supporting you to get to that recognition that's that Fran was talking about.
Yeah, because this card is so positive, it does suggest that you're liberated from family stuff. So yeah, really, really nice work, Aries, because that doesn't come easy.
Yeah.
So now in your fifth house of creative expression, we have, this is incredible. We have the beautiful Queen of Swords. So we have a repeating card. We have a Queen of Songs.
Oh, that sounds
a lovely
lovely.
repeating card. Yes. And what a beautiful card to repeat too. So
yeah.
this card in your fifth house suggests that you're getting some clarity around your creative expression, what you want to create, what you want to express in the world, how you want to shine your light. So the fifth house is ruled by Leo. So really how you want to shine, you've got some clarity, some clear seeing, some perspective on this. And I think, that handout, that extended hand of the Queen of Swords, I think you might be accepting an offer around that. So your creative expression is really serving you well. So some sort of offer coming in around you shining your light in the world. What's our clarifier on this, Em?
Yeah. So it's the Five of Pentacles. And in this card, you see some people kind of suffering in the snow outside, but then there's the light inside the church. And this card represents what your focus is on. And it's encouraging you to focus on your strength, focus on the thing that brings you light and blessings. And that connected to the Queen of Swords, perhaps once you're able to turn your energy towards that, what you're strong in, an offer might come through to you with creative expression or your identity or something to do with, I guess it is creation in a sense. Sometimes that placement is associated with children or siblings, but it can also just represent creation. Was there anything else you wanted to say on that, Fran?
No,
I can see
lovely.
your brain going. You're like,
Rocking the creativity there, Aries. So in your
Mm.
sixth house of work, you have the exciting card of the Two of Wands. So
Nice.
would suggest that you could be perhaps changing your workplace. So the Two of Wands is about really answering the call to adventure, brave, bold, new horizons. So there's a sense of expansion for you, Aries, coming in here very strongly. Abundance, expansion, creative expression, and really grounded in your, as Em was saying, those foundational roots that are serving you, I think, well. Your sense of identity really wants to shine. So yeah, the world is your oyster, Aries. Yeah, what are we getting with our clarifier, Em?
Oh, we've got the Two of Pentacles. We're getting all the pentacles this time. So we've got the Two of Pentacles representing this or that thinking. Do you want to go with this option or is there another one? And it kind of also prompts you to think, is there anything outside of these two options that you've been considering? How to think outside of the box a little bit. And so we've got two twos in this position in the sixth house. And yeah, that Two of Wands, exploration, curiosity, and Two of Pentacles about how you ground that into practical solutions and create that wealth for yourself with this.
Yeah, really lovely. Okay, don't be alarmed. We have the Tower in the seventh house. Do not
Yes,
freak out, Aries.
this is a good card.
So it's a beautiful card. It's positive. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Ultimately, this is just a card of change. But because all of your cards are so positive, what it suggests is that this is a change that you are equipped for, you're ready for it, you're moving out of dualistic thinking, as Em was saying. You're really looking at a big, broad, beautiful horizon. It's change, it's positive change that you are really well equipped to handle. So if you do have any fears around change, maybe just reframing it, I've got this. So the change is in the air for you, Aries, but it's positive, it's wonderful, it's adventure, it's abundance, it's expansion. And what have you
Yeah.
got, Em, for our clarifier?
So good for Aries to have this change. We've got the Queen of Wands. So this is encouraging. And is this in the seventh house? The Tower in the seventh house, Queen
Yes.
of Wands, it's striking out on your own and using your unique skills, your uniqueness to stand apart from the crowd. Don't be shy. Don't shy away from standing out. And because in this card, it's the black cat that represents, she doesn't care. She's got a black cat. Everyone else can suck it up. And she's doing her own thing. And she's also got that Leonin energy. So there's a fiery energy to her as well. How can you channel that insight that's come from something that you've already been through? The Tower moment has come and passed. And what insight is kind of grounding through you as a lightning strike now? Something about it is connected to your unique qualities.
Yeah, really
Mm.
lovely. So the shake up in the seventh house of relationship, thanks, Em. It
Mm.
could mean that your relationships are undergoing change. So I think you've got everything you need to navigate that change in your unique way, as Em was saying. So change up in relationships. There could be a little bit of letting go of relationships that don't serve you. But because this reading is so entirely positive, I think, you might just separate really easily, like oil and water with, perhaps old friends, old acquaintances, but super, super
Mm.
positive. So now we're going to look at the eighth house of transformation, intimacy, other people's resources, shared resources. Wow, Aries. Okay, you
Huh.
have got the 10 of Cups. So this is abundance, this is celebration, this is completion. So your work
Mm.
is paying off for you. And I don't think it's just work in career. I think it's your inner work, the work you've been doing on relationships, the work you've been doing on yourself. So a card of happiness, celebration, really showing up in that eighth house of intimacy, shared resources. So I think there's going to be a deepening of intimacy, perhaps in the relationship that you're in, if you're already in a relationship. If you're not in a relationship, it would suggest that somebody very special is on the way, and they mean business. What have we got? Good business. Get busy.
Get busy. Yeah, well, we've got the Four of Pentacles in that as a clarifier, and the Four of Pentacles is about reminding you either do you need to hold steady onto what you've got and work with it, or is it time to let things go? Sometimes this is named the stingy card, but it's useful because it's super solid, grounded. It's got a pentacle under each foot, and it's holding onto the one in the middle and one on the head. So it's all about resourcing. Yeah, resourcing and what you've already got in yourself. And that's in the eighth house. And so there's something around the completion of, yeah, whatever you're working towards, maybe relationship to self as well. Yeah, that's all I've got.
Yeah, beautiful. Lots of lovely transformation coming through in your intimate partner relationships, and some good stuff happening for you around transformation. Beautiful, M. So in our ninth house of the higher mind, higher learning, expansion, travel.
Huh, cool.
Wow, you have the Ace of Cups. Gosh, Aries, that's a really beautiful placement. So Jupiter rules expansion, it rules the ninth house of the higher mind, higher ideas.
Mm.
So what that tells me is that you're starting to get more and more filled by the idea of expansion. So it might be expanding into travel, expanding into higher concepts. Why are we here? What's it all about? And this will fulfill you. This will nourish you. So maybe a little spiritual renaissance for you, Aries. What have you got there, M, for our clarifier?
Oh, we've got the Two of Cups, and that
Ooh.
represents something around relationship, either to another or to the self, higher self, relationship with higher self. And it can also represent kind of that the two options or duality, and that's so central to life in general, and specifically relationships. No matter what kind of relationships you're a part of, it could be business, it could be intimate, could be friendships, whatever it is. But yeah, it's really connecting to that in the ninth house for you.
Sounds like there's a beautiful meeting of the minds. So
Mm.
I'm getting again that there's a relationship coming in for you, or a deepening of your current relationship. So perhaps you're going to do more of a deep dive into the esoteric or the occult, or just expanding and deepening what you've been communicating about. Yeah, really lovely.
Mm.
Thank you, M. So
Thanks,
inspiring.
friend.
Oh, this one wants to jump out. All right. So in your 10th house, Aries, of career and your public face, your reputation, we
Oh,
have, oh, wow, a repeating
cool.
card. Is that right?
Yes, that's
A
right. In the
Four
third
of
house.
Pentacles.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got 10 minutes
Mm.
left on our
Oh
on
my
our
goodness,
reading.
we better get our skates on.
Let's
Okay, so
get it
this is
on.
showing up in your 10th house of
Uh-huh.
career. So it would suggest
Right.
that, yeah, more money coming in for you, Aries, around your career. That's a card of shared resources. You really know what you're doing, what you're bringing in, what you're
Yeah.
giving out, and it's benefiting your career. And you're getting quite the solid reputation around that. Over to you, Em.
Mm. And the clarifier on that is the Emperor. What? Didn't we have that? Is that
I
another
think we did.
repeating
Yes, we
card?
did. That was in the second house.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. So in resources as well. So this is a
Mm.
sign that the universe is saying it's meaning what it said. The Emperor is about authority, strength, stability, and wisdom. He can be a bit hot-headed. There's some Aries representation in there. But in that, is this the 10th house? Yes. So
Yeah,
it's,
10th.
yeah, it's really helpful to have this in your placement of the 10th house because it's very strong and reliable.
Your career's going off, Aries.
Yeah,
And in
which
your
sounds
11th
exciting.
house, yes, so exciting. In your 11th house of hopes and wishes, of the
Oh.
collective, of groups of people, the occult,
Mm.
we have the Chariot. So, Aries, it would seem that you are full steam ahead in networking and full steam ahead in hopes and wishes really coming into manifestation for you. So, coming back to your very first card in the first house, the
Mm.
Chariot would suggest that you're leaving the old behind and you're full steam ahead into the new. And your new is hopes, wishes, desires, manifesting what you want. Over to you,
Mm.
Em.
Yeah, I wonder if that has something to do with the Tower card as well, of that like the insight and then time to move into that next stage. Speaking of next stages, we've got the Three of Cups. This is community, connection, celebration, and it's perfectly sitting in that 11th house about groups. So I don't know what more to say about that. It's pretty clear. Start connecting and trust your connections.
Celebration and good news coming in for you, Aries. And finally, in your 12th house, you have, oh, hello, another repeating card. You
Wow.
have the Four of Pentacles. I think because
Right.
your reading is so overwhelmingly positive, how I would interpret this. So, your 12th house is all things spiritual. It's ruled by Neptune. So, it's dreams, it's atonement, it's all things hidden.
Mm.
So you have a deep, instead of a hidden foundation that's maybe shaky with sort of unrealized secrets, you've got a real foundation here at your core. So
Mm.
I would say your stability is what's allowing this abundance and manifestation to take place. What have you got,
Yeah.
Em?
And we have the Eight of Wands. So fast
Oh,
momentum, immediate blessing coming to you. And I think that card, the Four of Pentacles, is sitting in your eighth house as a clarifier. So that's linking the 12th house and the eighth house. Something about transformation and insight and that change. And I just like, I mean, this is talking to the immediacy of the moment right now. There's so many repeating cards in your reading Aries and also a lot of twos. So there's something about duality, and you can look at it as this or that thinking, or you can look at it like, what else is there? What more is there for me other than these two options that keep presenting themselves? And I think that insight's coming in really quickly for you. If not right now, then very soon. Yeah.
yeah, lovely. Quick success, Eight of Wands. Wow, Aries, what a reading.
What a reading. Yeah. So
What a
positive.
reading. So
Awesome.
positive.
That was
So,
fun. I feel the Aries
yeah.
energy now as I'm doing the
Yeah.
reading. That's great. Well, thank you. Thanks for sitting with us, and we'll see you in a fortnight.
Thanks, Aries. Enjoy it.